Well, I actually think it is. The treasure is in the music. That's what I look forward to. Music for me is a form of both engagement and communication. It's a language that speaks to those even who don't know the words. It comes from the heart and actually is received in the heart, even by those who don't recognize that it's being received in the heart. And so I find that opportunity to touch people that way is very meaningful for me, and particularly in this setting here at St. Dunstan's.
My treasure is my friendships here. It's the love of God that I feel here. That is my treasure.
When I think about where is my treasure, there are 3 meals that come to mind, 3 tables where I enjoy meals with different groups of people. And the first one is right here in this room at this table, this altar where we enjoy Holy Eucharist together, sharing in the body and blood of Christ in this ritual meal that expresses the reality of being family, of being brothers and sisters in Christ. And the second meal is the Tuesday night community dinner that we host here every week, and the meals that we deliver from here on that same night to the various tent encampments. That meal is an expression of how we believe we are called to follow Jesus, and we invest ourselves with our time and our effort and our treasure, our money, to support this meal ministry. And the third meal is a family dinner that we hold at our house every Sunday night. And it's a way of keeping that loving connection that makes family so special. Those 3 meals are the source of the joy and pleasure of my life. And so I invest myself in all 3 of those areas. I invest my treasure in all 3 of those areas. I very intentionally support St. Dunstan's Church with my tithe, and I support the community dinner program with my time, helping with the preparation and the cleanup of the meal. And I support my family with this meal that keeps our connection alive, our loving connection alive. So my treasure is always to be found around a dinner table.
My treasure is in teaching, especially the STEM disciplines, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but anything else too.
My treasure lies with my boys. I came here to seek refuge during a time that was very difficult without them, and I needed some place to put my heart and to be. And I was able to come here and find that refuge and rebuild my life, and now I have my boys that have joined me, and I'm here with them, and they're really the reason that I found the church and the reason that I go to church.
I have very little personal treasure except what I gain from other people.
I was asked about where my treasure is, and my heart really is in loving other people. And so I do that in a multitude of ways throughout my life, and this is one of the places I do it also. So that's me.
My treasure is in doing God's work. Every night when I say my prayers, I ask God, please use me. Use me to do your work. Show me where I need to be. And he has led me places that I didn't know even existed 2 years ago. Our work with Ryan's House, my work that I do there as a member of the board, and in working with homeless kids has been very gratifying. It's very scary at times, but it's the work I know he wants me to do, and it's where I need to be. And working with the children and the youth here at St. Dunstan's has been such a gift for me. And I look forward to many, many more experiences with these kids. They are the future of this church, and I am glad to be a part of that.
My treasure is right here. It's my family. It's all of the community that's part of this church.
I don't know any better way to say it than just my treasure is my family. I mean, that's it. I don't, I'm not going to mince words about it, so yeah.
My treasure is, well, I suppose you'd have to include my political activity. That is a treasure. That's one way of attempting to spread the joy of life to those who are estranged from that love. That's part of what a Christian does. That's part of what a politician does. Sharing the treasure is an essential part of that, because otherwise you become attached to it.
My treasure is my family. And my friends, but mostly my family. What is your treasure? What is the thing that you value most?
Family and friends.
Family and friends.
Really close to Xboxes, though.
My treasure's in heaven with God, where I wouldn't want it any other way. I try to follow God's law and God's ways, and sometimes I slip like everybody else, but I do pick myself up and go again, and so I enjoy it. I love to be a Christian. I love it. I love helping people too, which I'm trying to get this family into a house, and I'm hoping they can do that, the refugees. So that's my stewardship for the day, I guess.
My treasure, this is a cliche answer coming from a music director, but it's true. I love making music with other people. No matter what your level, no matter what your experience, I find it extremely gratifying to work together and to sing together and to play together and to make music together. And that's part of what makes my job so enriching and so fulfilling, because I get to work with the choir on singing with them on very specific things that we're working on. I get to lead the congregation in many different pieces of music throughout the service, where everyone is together singing their faith. It's extremely powerful to me.
Where is my treasure? My treasure... You ought to be able to see where my treasure is by where I spend my time. I spend my time 3 places, really. I spend a lot of my time at Boeing. That's kind of where I get my physical treasure, though, so I'm not sure that counts as treasure. I spend a lot of time with my family, and I spend time here at St. Dunstan's. And really, I think my treasure is in the relationships with the people I love. My friends, my family, members of my church. I like to think that my circle of who I love is getting bigger and bigger. You start out as a young child, it's me, 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 me. Then you say, oh, well, mom and dad too. Oh, hey, grandma and grandpa, yeah, they're family. Oh, hey, I've got friends. They're almost the same as family. Oh, people from where I'm from, people in any way that have something in common with me. As you get that bigger, that starts to become all people everywhere. Well, I don't always manage that, but that's a goal. My treasure is in my relationships with other people and with God.